Did someone say something? Hello? I thought I heard something from over here. Oh, Mia! Hi! Oh my god, and there's immediately someone to ban! Wow! Hello everybody! Welcome to my stream. It is me, Pan Moran, here once again. No one said anything? Okay. Anyway, see you guys later. Be so honest though, you missed me, didn't you? Didn't you? Be so honest. How's everybody's day been today? I'm very tired from work. I have more crazy work stories. That's always exciting to hear about, right? It's actually just been crazy. I don't know what is going on in my life anymore. The bit went from funny to sad to unrealistic. Sorry, the autism doesn't know at what point to end the bit. But I actually have a Gatorade right next to me, so I don't need to get water at least. I can rehydrate, replenish, refuel. I don't know if you can hear that. That's the sound of Gatorade. Yeah, job things. It's been a time. It really has been a time. Man, I don't even know where to begin. So as you guys know, I pushed my surgery until December-ish, still planning before the end of the year, because one of my coworkers also had to have surgery done. And it was like, okay, you finish your surgery, then I'll go get mine. Because it would be... If we don't plan it like that, I feel like our job would be like, hey, both of y'all can't do this. One of y'all's getting fired. And I would not be happy about that. So it's very interesting to me because she was talking with me and she was like, my surgery is either going to last I'm only going to be hospitalized for a few days, or it's going to be longer because of complications. And then complications occurred, and she's been hospitalized for over 2 weeks now. So that's not a fun time. And then, you know that one guy at my job who's very weird and is an alcoholic and what's it called? He's an alcoholic. He broke his sister's neck at the age of 20-ish to see if you can actually kill somebody like they do in movies. That guy? I'm pretty sure I've told you all about that guy. The fuck? Yeah. Yeah, nobody likes that guy. So anyway, he had a seizure at work. And wait, why did my computer freeze? Okay, it just froze for a second. That was scary. That was very scary. Anyway, he had a seizure at work. And it was literally very shortly after I left. Mia, I will say, I don't condone violence. I will have to delete your message. I will not time you out for it because there's a lot of shit that guy's done, but I try not to wish ill on anybody. It's so, like, the most ill I wish upon him is that I wish that he loses his job. I wish that he loses his job. I do not wish that he has a seizure. But yeah, the man had a seizure. He went to the hospital and the hospital's like, hey, you have cirrhosis of the liver, which is insane because it means that, like, so basically the way that he does drinking is that he will drink a bunch of alcohol like at home, and then he'll come to work and then drink a bunch of water and Gatorade to rehydrate just so he can go home and do it again. And then on his days off, he spends the whole day drinking too. He just also attempted murder a few times. Yeah, he did. He did. Hi, Wooloo. It's okay if you're at work. You know, I respect anybody that has a job and is working hard to keep it, because jobs are difficult. Of course, take your time. I hope your job at work is not being too stressful right now. So as I was saying, he has cirrhosis of the liver, meaning that it is the final stage before the liver starts failing. Like, it is extremely scarred, battered, bruised, and is messed up. And to my understanding, what happened was everybody was working as normal. And then he reached out his hand and was like looking at one of my other coworkers and said, I think I broke me. And then he fell to the ground and had a seizure. So my coworker, they called 911, they got him on the stretcher. One of them went with him because he wasn't able to speak. And since he wasn't able to speak, he has shared enough about his personal life that one of us could easily just go up and be like, yeah, this is what we know about him. But by the time he got to the hospital, he was able to speak. And then the doctor was like, yeah, so it seems like your liver is just really, really fucked up. Have you had anything to drink today? And he said, yeah, I have. And then, hold on, I'm gonna actually look this up. Oh, who is this? Thank you, Iron Dragon Slayer. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. I'm just here talking about work drama and stuff like that. So what he told the doctor was, oh yeah, I drank today. Oh, well, how much did you drink? And he's like, this morning I had 5 buzz balls, which they are 200 milliliters of drink with 15% alcohol. And He said, I was actually taking it light because usually I drink 8 in the morning, but I'm trying to cut back. I'll let that soak in. I will let that soak in for you. Imagine someone seriously coming up to you and being like, yeah, I smoke like 10 packs of cigarettes a day, but I've been trying to cut down, so I'm down to about 6. That's what that felt like. But he's brought alcohol to work multiple times. He usually stores it in the freezer, and then so that it's cool by the time he gets off work. He must either be in unending pain or extremely depressed. I don't know how to put this. He has had a very cushy lifestyle. His family is on the richer spectrum. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's happy, of course, but his parents, I feel like they must have been very negligent of his upbringing, especially when you start trying out things in movies on your sibling. I feel like that's definitely a crazy line to cross. I cannot process any of what you've just said. That's bonkers. Yeah. Also, hi, Black Batty. Welcome in. So, the thing is, I have seen how he reacts to stuff, which I would like to remind you of some of the things that he has heavily reacted to before. So, if he orders like DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything like that, and they take a wrong turn or they stop in a parking lot, this makes him angry enough that he stands up, starts yelling, and starts banging on the desk. I feel like he doesn't have a regulation for problems in his life. Like, if he stubbed his toe, that would be enough to get him to start drinking. Like, it's an overreaction to how you should handle a situation. I don't think he's learned anything about how to be social, how to talk with people, how to do all that sort of stuff. And not to excuse any of the stuff that he's done before, because he is fucking insane. Like, let's be so real. He's so fucking insane. But, he doesn't have a bad life. He makes it bad himself. He doesn't try to really understand others. And he's so bad at connecting with people. He's never been in a relationship before. The longest relationship he's been in lasted for 3 months, I think, and he didn't consider it a real one. He doesn't really have any friends outside of work. And when he comes into work, he has a notepad on his phone with topics to bring up to other people. Now, if you took out the part where he, tried to murder his sister, like, that would just be a very socially awkward person that you'd be like, maybe I could accept this person. Maybe I could try to help this person learn what's right and wrong. But once you add the rest of the stuff that he's done, then it just gets worse from there. He tried to what his who now? Oh yeah, so you know how in movies where people will be like, oh, I just pawed my neck. Oh, that felt great. Where they'll like do the whole neck thing where they go, ah, and that kills them. He tried that out on his sister, And he was like 20-ish when that happened. After that happened, she got hospitalized and his parents cut him off. And now he lives with his grandpa. But yeah. I don't have any patience for him because he just scares me. I don't want to... How is he not in jail or in an institution? Some parents love their children too much. Some don't, or some let them just get away with anything. That's probably what I would say about that. Because if one of your siblings tried to get rid of your other sibling, you'd have to be like, no, not, wait. If one of your kids tried to get rid of another one of your kids, like, there's some people that would be like, yeah, but I still love both of my kids, but I can't be responsible for this one anymore. Honestly, he scares me too, just based on what I've heard. Yeah, I've talked about him a lot before. Because he scared me a lot. I don't like talking with him, and he gets very uncomfortably close and makes uncomfortable comments. And I'm just like, eee, I don't like this. Me and my sibling may have had some physical fights and wrestling matches, but we've never tried to actually kill each other. That's good. You shouldn't do that. See, I'm an only child, so I don't have the perspective of what it is like to have a sibling, but I do know you should not try to kill them. But yeah, I feel like his family and society failed him. I feel like they really did. Because he is now 27 years old. He still has no friends. Is still socially awkward, which, of course, being socially awkward in this day and age it's okay. It's not a crime to be that way. But for him to not know morals and not understand like boundaries or what is and isn't okay to do, that's the issue. Because I really do think that the only thing that stops him from doing bad things is the legality of it. Like, the laws of this land are what do or don't stop him from doing things. Probably a few systemic, unmedicated mental health problems, of course. And as you guys know, I am autistic. I've never physically hurt people because of my autism. I have physically hurt myself, but never other people. Oh, I guess I have fought in self-defense, but I don't count that. Because people were bullying me and I fought them because they fought me. And I'm still socially awkward. I'm still really bad at talking with people. In fact, I'm so bad at talking with people, I get in trouble all the time. And usually the case is that people can be like, you know, I know Pan. I've talked with Pan for a long period of time, and I realize that what they have said was not meant to come off in that manner, in a way that would be harmful towards others or anything like that. Therefore, I'm going to talk with Pan to understand what the intent behind this conversation was. Like, it's crazy. There was this one time I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn with my roommate, and Horizon Zero Dawn, spoilers by the way, the entirety of modern world has been wiped out in that game. And there's no such thing as like cultures, races, anything like that. Instead, everybody is very tribe-based, very location-based in that game. And I was like, oh, that's so interesting. Like, there wouldn't be racism. It would just be like, oh, I hate that you're from this place. Like, and the way that I put that was, yeah, there's like no racism. Like, imagine there's no Australians. Tell me. My roommate looked at me and was like, Han, it's not. So like, you have to understand, that meant no ill intent. That meant none whatsoever. But when you understand the context of it, you're like, okay, I understand what you're trying to say, but because of the fact that you are autistic, you have somehow managed to say it in the worst way possible. And you don't even see how hilariously bad it is. You're just like confused about how it came out. I think another streamer that deals with that kind of situation is Froggy Lock. Like, I've been introduced to her through, I have started seeing her content based on the fact that I am friends with Inky. I did not know about a Froggy until I met Inky, because Inky's a big fan of her. And then I started watching her stuff and I was like, oh, fuck, is this what it seems like when I'm friends with someone? That I just like say the worst shit possible by accident? Yeah. But again, the big difference between people like me and Froggy versus my coworker is that Froggy and I would say stuff, but we would have no ill intent behind it. It would just be because we're genuinely dumbasses. That's literally it. We're just stupid. Well, we're stupid and naive. Let's say that. But for people like my coworker, he has never learned right from wrong, just legal from illegal. And that's scary. Yeah, that's just super scary, honestly. I hope my conversation is making sense so far. And usually we are aware we don't know things and want to improve. Yes. That's why I often tell people like, hey, just so you know, I am autistic. Because if I do something wrong or say something wrong, I want you to be able to like reach out to me and be like, hey, you fucked up with this. Don't do this. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, I can fix that. And there's some people in the world that are just like, obviously, this is just, you saying you're autistic is just a pass to get away with doing anything that you want. But no. The biggest way that you can find out if someone is using autism as an excuse is if they actually change after being told like what they've done wrong, or if they actually try to change. But to write everybody that says they're autistic off as people just using excuses to do whatever they want, I feel like that's very ignorant. Also, hi, Mac. Hi, how are you doing? I'm not used to, well, I don't know what your time zone is like, but also I miss you. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you very much lately. I haven't really seen anyone very much lately. I've kind of just been in my own hell lately. 7 a.m. Wow. So you're a whole 7 hours off from me, I think. Because right now it is 12:14 a.m. here. We need an emote of pan frying something and named cooking. This is why you need to show us online. It's more for people to know that I might need more explanation for things when I tell people about being autistic. I agree with you entirely, Fee. And that's why it's like, there's this post I saw earlier that was like, I explained my mental illness to you. That way you understand I might need a little more help. Not as an excuse, but just a little more help. A little more time and explanations and stuff like that. Oh, you're getting mad at me for the mental health issue that I already told you I have. Well, time to jump off a bridge. In Minecraft. Also, I'm glad you're on vacation, Mac. Please give me some room to get better at understanding. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've been in a lot of situations before where I've not been given that room to understand. And that sucks. Sorry, I'm stretching. I slept amazingly for the first time in like, I want to say maybe a few months last night. Like, I used to have some weighted blankets that also had heaters attached to them, and they were so good. But then one of the cats peed on them, and I need to just clean it somehow, but it's so heavy, I don't know what the fuck to do with it. But I recently went to Ross with my mom, and we saw this really, really fuzzy blanket, and it's so comfortable. And I tried it last night, and it's heavy enough to be a weighted blanket. Oh my god, it was so comfortable. But I think it was so comfortable that I slept with my neck at a bad angle and didn't realize it. And so I woke up and I'm a little stiff, but I'm okay otherwise. Nice. Oh no. That's so funny to me. Just like, I feel like my streams are like, yay! Oh no! The trade-off, the gap moe. I'm trying to think. All right, my coworker, so he's gonna be fine. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. He's eventually going to come back to work. However, my job is having a conundrum. Right now, we have a hiring freeze until the end of the year, if not until February of next year. And it's very interesting because multiple people saw that the entire HR meeting that we had over my boss's bad managerial styles and skills and attitude and everything else did nothing. And so they're like, yeah, I'm just leaving. So I have 2 coworkers that are leaving. 2 that are hospitalized. Me that's about to be hospitalized. And my boss cannot hire anybody. At least to my understanding. For all I know, she could just be lying out her face. But it is such a fun time. It really is. Oh my god. And one of the people that works overnight, okay, this is going to be a little bit of, what's it called? Need a little bit of backstory. So before my boss came into the picture, one of my coworkers who works overnight had 2 12-hour shifts on the weekend and 2 8-hour shifts on Monday, Tuesday that would account for, their whole 40 hours. And this worked for him because he had a second job that he was doing. So he would have the 2 12-hour days, the 2 8 hours, and then, he would have a whole 3-day weekend. So he could schedule himself however he wanted. And he was good with that. Then our boss came in and said, I don't like that some of y'all have weekends off. I don't think anybody should be free on a weekend. And the whole schedule got changed. So because of that, he ended up working 2 jobs, 8 hours a day, and the 8 hours here. And it was very tiring for him. Luckily, overnight, there's not a lot of stuff going on. So sometimes he would sleep, and then if things got crazy, they'd be like, hey, wake up, you're needed. Because usually nothing happens at night. All of the banks are closed. Nothing should be happening. But if something does, hey, we need you up, right? So that's kind of what they've just been allowing him to do for a while, which makes sense to me. You're forcibly put on a schedule that you did not originally agree to. And, now you have to work double time, multiple days, just because your boss does not like the idea of people having their whole weekends busy or having their whole weekends free. Cut to last night or the night before that. Apparently, he's been taking some crazy, not good stuff. And he went to the bathroom for an hour, right? And the coworker that was there was like, man, I really gotta go piss. Hey dude, are you good? Can you come switch with me so I can go to the bathroom? And he comes back and she's like, damn, you can't just disappear for a whole hour on me like that. I really had to pee. And then he turns to her and says, you're a failure at life. You only have this job because you have people that are able to give you a ride here. You don't even have a car. You don't even have a house. You still live with your parents. You couldn't even get a credit card if you wanted to. You just live off your debit card and hope that you're able to get from place to place every day. And I was like, when I heard this, I was shook. I was like, what the fuck? Because all she said was like, hey man, you could... I needed to go pee. Where were you? And then he blasted off. And she had tried messaging and calling him while he was in the bathroom, and he hadn't responded. Which is why she was like, damn, this man is having a complete mental meltdown. Yeah, he fucking is. And so she gets by him because she stands up and has to walk by him because our desks are in a row format. So she's getting up because she has to go pee. She just has to go pee. Hi, Ellie. You walked into a crazy story. And then, so she gets up to go to the bathroom. He pulls out his phone, stands up and goes, yeah, hit me, go ahead, hit me, do it, I bet you wouldn't. And so she just walks by him, goes to the bathroom, calls our boss and is like, hey, this dude is tripping. I need you to come up here because this is crazy. So my boss comes up there and is like, hey dude, what's going on? To which he responds with, oh great, now there's 2 crazy angry black chicks. Man, I thought we got rid of your ass. My flappers were gasted. They were fucking gasted. Cause what is bro? And apparently, yeah, he's on something. He's actually on something. Which is insane. But yeah, he I think he quit. I think. Hey, 3-stream streak for Alicia. The whiplash. But yeah, I had to let that sit for a second because he must have really just been done with the job, which I don't blame him. But the way that he went off on the coworker and our boss that's actually just insane. Whiplash might as well be part of your brand now. Yeah. You right. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. I thought I'd muted, but I hadn't. Whoops, I'm muting again. Yeah, people tend to break at the stupidest time for the worst reason, I feel like. Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. I don't know why. But all of this stuff has been happening in the past week or two. Like, coworker went into surgery at the start of the month. Week after that, coworker had a seizure. Week after that, coworker crashed out in the middle of the night and just quit. Like, what the heck? And then another coworker of mine is planning on quitting this job because he's found a new one that pays better, which is valid. But if he left today, that would mean there would only be 4 people to work a 12-person shift. Oh, congrats to them. Yeah, I know, right? Congrats. See, I stick with jobs because it's just easier to stay with one. It's easier to be with the evil you know than go to something new. I hope that makes sense. But that's how I feel. There probably is a better job out there, but I don't want to search for it until things get to a really big issue. Change can be hard. Yeah. It sucks. Change sucks. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's what's been going on at work. Is the fact that everybody is hospitalized, crashing out, or leaving. I'll be so real knowing you probably overstay and do harm to yourself. Anyway, the life of being autistic. The life of being autistic and being afraid of change. Also, it's so funny to me that I made a poll asking if you guys wanted Elden Ring or yapping, and Fee and Ellie were both like, we want both. And then the vote ended up going to yapping instead. Y'all really wanted both. I don't know why. But sometimes it is good to just be able to sit back in the stream room and just be able to focus solely on chat and yapping and telling stories. Just vibe regardless. Yeah, I'm glad that my stream is a vibe. I just talk about stuff that's going on in my life. And it is a crazy life I lead. I will say, one thing that really gets me is one time, I was streaming and somebody was like, do any of your stories have happy endings? And I was like, happy endings don't exist in real life. And I'm just like, damn, I really said that out loud, huh? But also, like, all these stories are crazy because there is no happy ending to them. My lonesome coworker who isn't able to talk with people and was never taught good or bad is now basically dying from his alcoholism. You know? My other coworker who works 16-hour days forced upon him by our boss crashed out in the middle of the night. You know? I swear, IRL, most stories don't have ends, period. Yeah. Most of the time that is the case. But it's just like bad endings all around. Bad endings all around. I think that's part of what gets me interested in VTubers, is because you're able to help push them into a happy ending. You know? You're able to support them and able to be like, hey, I know that your life has been absolute shit, but I'm going to be one of the people pushing this rock up the hill until you get to where you want to be. I think that's part of what fascinates me about VTubing. Meanwhile, I only really became a VTuber because I was like, I need to finish my games. But now I actually have people that watch me and talk with me, and I'm like, I'm not used to that. It's crazy. Like, I'm not interesting. I'm just a person out here. Oh, I wish my neck felt better. Thank you for the stretch. What do I mean? I feel like I'm somebody that has failed at every aspect of my life. And that is exactly why I'm here today. Growing up, I was very much like a lit match. I was burning fucking bright as hell because I had cancer at the time. And I thought, you know, man, I'm not going to live until adulthood. And all of these stories that I see from anime and stuff like that, all of them literally take place in high school. So I just have to make it to there, have my story, and then everything will be fine. I ended up getting surgery, and that was where the needle went like into my eye hole, and they took out the tumor, and everything was fine. But because I spent so long not thinking about what life would be like after that, I just wasn't prepared. I literally lived a life solely for friends, which at the time, it was like I was giving everything of myself because I knew that I wouldn't have anything to give at a certain point. And then I started thinking, okay, well, what do I want to do with my life? Well, these stories that I really love, what if I did something with them? And that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to get a degree in art and technology, and I'm going to try to get into animation, you know? And I completely failed at that. I got my degree in art and technology, but I was never able to get into that field of work. And I have done animation before. I did graphic designs. I had a local streetwear brand. Like, there was a lot of stuff that I've done before, but all of it ended up failing. There wasn't enough interest in the streetwear brand, and the manager that was helping me with it got too busy because he was actually succeeding in life. Meanwhile, I was just kind of still struggling, figuring out what I was gonna do. Then I graduated college. I got my degree. I tried doing my best to get an internship, whether it was at Crunchyroll that was here in Dallas or Rooster Teeth in Austin. I failed at getting both of those. I ended up getting a job at a place that is in Frisco, where I was working quality assurance for video games. But the manager was so bad. Like, it was a very toxic place that I realized after having been there for only like 6 months. So I really only ended up working there for a year before I ended up quitting. And I really felt like a failure at the time because I quit the job that was literally a step into where I wanted to be. I was like, gaming, animation, storytelling, something along those lines. I got a step in, and I just could not handle the amount of toxicity and harassment that was happening, and I just had to step out of it. And so then I got a job doing security, basically, and that's basically where I've been ever since. And I think I've said it before too in that post about like career lore, about how you got here. But I've been making content for over a decade. Like, not as Pan, but as the human behind Pan. And I helped a lot of people, but never really focused on myself. And because of that, I think I only got about maybe 100 to 150 subscribers on YouTube before. But then I would see like all the other stuff that I was helping in that was getting like thousands and thousands of subscribers. And I was basically having that moment of, damn, I really must just not be worth much if the things that I'm helping create are so much better than me myself. So since I kind of already went through that arc, I don't even pay attention to like numbers anymore. It's like something that I've already dealt with, so it's something I don't even think about anymore. And that's just kind of what pushed me into VTubing, were some people that inspired me a lot saying, hey, just try it. Just get into it. See if you like it. And so far I do. But I would still say that I am a failure. Like, everything that I have done has not led to anything significant. And I mean, I'm okay with that. I still, I consider this to probably be the most success I've had, because I was so used to like streaming over the past year with like not even a single person in chat. And now there's actually like 3 or 4 people, or like even if one other person shows up in chat, it shocks me knowing there's even just one that's wanting to hang out. Like, I don't think of myself as an entertaining person at all. So the fact that even one person wants to stick around, that's exciting to me. We like your apps. Thank you. I don't know what's good about them, because I'm also not good at judging myself, but hey, if you like them, that's good. I'm glad that you enjoy them. I don't really know what to do with myself. So I'm like, I just talk about stuff going on in my life, and then I play video games so that I can finish the stuff I've been wanting to finish. Like Elden Ring. I've been wanting to finish that game for so long. I literally have the DLC and everything. I just need to get there. But yeah, like, I don't know. I did end up asking Mia, like, hey, like, what is good about my voice? Because I don't know what's good about it. Because growing up, I used to get bullied for my voice a lot. And it was, I remember specifically, I was told that my laugh is obnoxious and annoying. So I don't really laugh as much anymore. Unless if I'm so distracted that I can't help but let it come out. I think I have the opposite problem. I got too many goals. I used to be the same way. I dabbled in a lot of everything before I was a VTuber. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I dabbled in music, I dabbled in art, I dabbled in animation, I dabbled in graphic design, I dabbled in, movie making. So really, it's gonna sound dumb, but just like take your time. Focus on one thing at a time, I would say, because there's a lot to learn with every single goal that you might have. And it's a struggle getting there. It really is. For me, I like the texture to your voice. I don't know how to explain it. Ooh. Texture. Inky said the same thing before. And I think Inky even like sent me a picture of what the texture of my voice is like. Let me see if I can find it. Can I please hit the search button? Oh my god. Oh, is it voice? There's so much. There's so much here. Where? Oh no, this is just a bunch of me laughing at Inky. Let's see. Has link, embed, or file. Image. I might be able to find it if I look at image. I promise I'm looking. Oh my god, did I really just send a bunch of cat pics to Inky? Why did I send Inky a pipe bomb? What is happening? So I know Inky has sent this, like, she even drew it herself of the way she would describe my voice. And I'm just like, where is it though? I know I have it somewhere. Oh, now it's just Inky attacking me. Okay. I'm pretty sure you can very clearly tell what our friendship is like when I'm just scrolling through our images. It's just us attacking each other for no reason. All right, I've gone through so much and I cannot find it. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I cannot find it. I give up. Inky is too easy to make fun of. I have a friend like that too. He would send gifs of cats attacking each other. That's cute. Let me see if I can add this image. And then anybody can feel free to send this to Inky. Let me see. Oh wait, no, it's a browser. It's browser, not image. Add source. Browser. Okay. Ah, yes. A very good image of my friend. This is a very good image of my friend. I love making memes of my friends. It's so funny to me. Anyway, that goes into hiding now. Before she pops into stream to yell at me. Or pops into VC, because I am in my streaming Discord VC. I always pop in there because I'm like, oh yeah, I would love to be hanging out with people, like if they ever want to hop in. Inky should be sleeping at the moment. She was tired. Ah. then the question is her cat keeping her awake? Because Zagreus just bounces everywhere. But yeah, I will say I've definitely met some really cool people this past year VTubing. It's been such a fun time, honestly. I think Off-Kai was definitely like one of my favorite moments. I'm really excited for next Off-Kai. I really hope that more people are able to come out because I'd love to meet everybody. Why can't you go, Ellie? You're in the States. You should be able to go. Oh, Fee, you already have your plane tickets and stay settled? That's so cool. I'm probably not going to have things settled until after tax. I hope you can make it again too, Mac. It was so fun hanging out with you. Why can't you go, says employed person. Yeah, that was my question. Because you do be employed. And of course, like, I'm trying to see if people like Papilliomare might be interested in going too. I just hope I'm able to see everybody again. That was so much fun. And I can't promise, like, I can't promise being able to cover, like, everything, but I'm definitely up for helping. Like, I helped Inky out with a lot of things for that. And, basically she is in debt to me. She's paying it off slowly. But, I helped her with like getting merch, and we did share a room with Retro and Ellie, but I also helped cover her dinners, sometimes breakfasts, and just a lot of merch. She was like, please, Pan, please. And I was like, okay. So I don't mind helping. I know I'm in a lot more of a favorable position than others, so I'm like, I always don't mind helping and giving you like 0 down payment, 0 interest rate, just hey, when you're in a better spot, or just like pay for my dinners sometime. I'm lucky in that I'll be staying at my friend's place for it, so it's a cheaper stay than it would be if I stayed at a hotel. Yeah, of course. Well, I'm glad that you're going to be nearby at least. I'm still very excited. I know figuring out things is going to be a struggle because it's probably going to be. I'm probably not going to have everything planned out until about 4 months before the event, because I kind of really want to get that VIP ticket, or the whale ticket, whatever it's called. I kind of want to get that so I can have guaranteed meet and greet. Yeah. Is there anything that y'all would be looking forward to doing next Off-Kai besides hanging out with everybody? I'm curious. Because I know one thing that we had talked about that was very entertaining was when we were going to the Yabai room and just looking at everything, because it's so funny. It's so funny walking around the Yabai room. I'm going to be honest, unless I get really lucky, I'm saving for Computer Force, so I might have to miss Off-Kai again. Well, Worst case scenario, you can be on me or Inky's phone while we walk around. Oh, you could even stream it while we walk around if you wanted. But, yeah, that's my plan. My meet and greet is you guys. That's so sweet, Mac. Thank you. I know, at the time, when I was at Offkai, I was like, yeah, I'm just here to hang out with everybody. And I was talking about how, like, man, it would be so cool if I could one day have, like, fans that would be excited to meet me. And Mac was one of the people saying, I am a fan that was excited to meet you. And that was so sweet of him. I'm mostly looking forward to meeting people and checking out Artist Alley. Yeah, they had a really, really big Artist Alley. And they also had another area that was for whoever they collab with that year. So this time it was the Socks agency, the VTuber agency with Yomi Quinley in it. And they had so much merch stuff there. And I wasn't even aware of it. I had to like actually go over there and I was like, oh, wow. They also had the Senpai Squad stuff there as well. If there happens to be any cool panels, you'd probably enjoy that too. Yeah, we had a lot of fun at panels too. Oh my god, it was so... The panels were so chaotic. It was so fun to be a part of them though. Like, I think I might want to try checking out even more panels next time I go. But I ended up getting dragged into a lot of things that were happening while at Offkai. So it was fine. Like, there was this one person who was severely dehydrated. So I went back to my hotel and got some water for him. And I was like, you need, stay hydrated. Dummy. Gave him a water. I feel like I was doing a lot of side quests, but I was having a lot of fun. And then we had this one breakfast place we went to every single day because like they were so fast at making food. Gonna go to bed, have fun stream. Thank you, Ellie. Sleep well. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. What else has been going on lately? I don't know. Is there anything y'all have been curious about that y'all would want to know? Ooh, I've been kind of in a mood where I'm like, you know what? Maybe playing Minecraft again would be fun. Because I feel like I keep going into moods of wanting to play Minecraft or not. It is going straight to Christmas. Yeah. Like, man, Christmas really is right around the corner, huh? I'm already starting to hear, like, see Christmas decorations and all sorts of Christmas songs out when I go to stores and stuff like that. Time works in, it doesn't work. I'm cautiously hopeful for next year. Yeah. I'm hoping next year's a lot better than this year has been. It has been a very crazy time. I'm just like looking through all my photos to see if there's anything interesting I've taken a picture of, but it's mainly just my cats. I've mainly just been playing Abiotic Factor, which I really want to play with people. It really sucks because it's like one thing that would be great about being bigger is being able to be like, hey, I want to play this, and people being like, yeah. Because I want to drag people into the games I play and then be able to actually beat them with people. They already defrosted Mariah Carey. Oh no. It's not even December. It's not even December yet. God, I thought you were going to say beat the people you brought. What? No, I just want to play games. Like with Core Keeper, I dragged Ellie, Val, and Inky into it because I was like, we will play Core Keeper. And then I gripped them and pulled them in. Actually, Ellie was the one that planned the RV There Yet game. And that was really fucking fun. I just had to stop at a certain point because I was getting hungry. Nah, I'm not me when I'm hungry. But it was so much it was so much chaos and so much fun. I really had a great time. And then I saw some of the clips that Ellie's people were posting, like when she fell off the bridge, they called it Bluetooth bungee jumping, which is fucking hilarious term for falling and dying. Who came up with Bluetooth bungee jumping for falling and dying? That's so fucking funny. I wish that game was more easy to watch for me. It was very fun to listen to. Yeah, you and Inky were getting motion sick a lot, which I don't know. I wish I knew what exactly caused motion sickness, because if there's settings that I could disable to stop the motion sickness, I would want to do that. Because like, Fee, have you watched people play Minecraft before, or does that give you motion sickness too? A lot of people who don't normally get it got motion sick from that game. Oh, Minecraft does too. Because yeah, like I know some things like head bobbing in video games, when that's enabled, it gives you motion sickness. But I wish there was like, I wish I knew more about what I could disable to make it more accessible to everybody. We will one day get you in the Minecraft server. Yeah, that's one of the things that does suck about getting motion sick. Is like, to troubleshoot what settings cause it, you would have to suffer for like an hour straight. I want to get food, but it is so cold outside. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not cold outside here. It's like, I would say it's pleasant, but that's mainly because I'm somewhere that usually gets to 110 degrees heat in 110 Fahrenheit in the summers. I feel so old when I try to play, and like I'd be a huge burden. Fee, I will kick your ass. You are never a burden. You've brought this up to me before, and I'm like, listen, I will personally hold your hand throughout the entirety of Minecraft. Like, and because Mia likes adding mods to it that like nobody knows, then everybody goes in knowing nothing. And that makes it even better because like we're all just supporting each other to begin with. Friends never be a burden. Yeah. That no one knows. Yeah, I have no idea what the heck that Vault Hunter thing was, but it was pretty fun. Yeah, the biggest thing will be troubleshooting to see what we can do to stop Fee from getting sick. Because that's going to be the biggest struggle, I feel like. No, that's not good. I will say, my roommate has very severe anxiety. When he has to call doctors and stuff, he will start crying. Well, this was a long time ago because he's medicated now. But I was like, listen, it's not normal to start crying because you have to call a doctor. You should definitely, like, if you need help getting into psychiatrist or a therapist, like, we can do that. And we did. And he got medicated and he's a lot better now. Still very anxious, but a lot better. Usually you call the doc because you're crying. Yeah, I remember one time I was playing, as you know, my roomie and I, we used to work at the same shitty job together. And we were playing with some of our coworkers. You want to guess what we were playing? We were playing Among Us. We were playing the video game Among Us. And the first round, he was the imposter and had a panic attack because of how anxious it was making him. And we could not play Among Us anymore. Like, that is heavy anxiety. Like, and everybody struggles with that type of thing. There's no shame in it. But definitely recommend getting help. Understandable, actually. Yeah. Like, we joke about it now, but like at the time he was just like, oh, I threw up 3 times. And he did throw up. He threw up like 3 times in the toilet repeatedly over the match because he was so anxious about being imposter, but also was even more anxious about not wanting to let us down. And I was like, dude, bro, what are you talking about? There are certain games that do give a lot of anxiety for me, ones that you probably wouldn't even consider. It's why I avoid some games like co-op cooking games. I have a story. This one's about me. So, I was playing Overcooked with some friends because every year someone has a Halloween party and we all go to their Halloween party. And there's this one level where like everything slides to the left and to the right. And I kept saying, okay, guys, I'm going to be on the bottom. I will be cutting everything down here. Y'all just deliver stuff left and right. And people kept coming down there. And I was like, why are you not listening to me? Why are you not doing the thing? So I think, for me, if it's something that has a broad goal, like beating a boss, that's something I can do. But when it comes to like a goal, like Overcooked, I cannot do that. That was so frustrating. I had to be like, hey guys, I can't play this anymore. And I just said I was getting tired, but I was getting upset because I was like, why is no one listening to what I'm saying? But when it comes to stuff like Core Keeper, that's very open. Everybody just does whatever they want, and occasionally we try to fight a boss. and we all work together to beat the boss. I definitely like games where you do work together to complete something, but not something that's so goal-oriented like that. I hope that makes sense. When my friends played Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes, that one also gives me so much anxiety. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, it's just going to be... I really like those, I guess, friend swap games. Where it's like, oh, silly fun times. And I've actually gotten into arguments with my friends over games like that. Because there's this game that you guys obviously know called Repo. And my friends love playing Repo. But specifically, they love getting to higher levels. I like just having fun. I don't care whether I win or lose with that. They care deeply. They're very goal-oriented in that game, and because of that, they would get really mad at me for not taking it as seriously. But I was just there to have fun. I'm not necessarily there to win. I played it with Cariel once and I felt anxious and overthought things. Yeah, because like, when I'm playing Repo, I'm just wanting to hang out with friends and do silly things that don't, like, I'm not trying to like grief the gameplay. I'm just trying to like have fun. And sometimes that fun is yeeting myself at the enemy because it's literally right in front of our cart and I need to distract it. But then I blow up and they're like, why would you do that? Now you don't have health and we're gonna struggle and da da da. And I'm like, yeah, but I stopped it from breaking the stuff in the cart and it was funny. Gosh. Yeah, that's how I operate in that game. But in something like Overcooked, there's not like a, oh, funny time. The only time that things are funny is where it's going so horribly wrong that you're just like sitting there with the fire hydrant going in circles because everything's on fucking fire. Yeah, I have a lot of whimsy when I play games. I really do. It's chaotic whimsy, but it is whimsy. But yeah, that's why I was like, man, I would really love to do this with people. Things going horribly wrong makes me anxious to no end. Yeah. See, when that happens in Overcooked, that's horrifying, terrible. However, when things go horribly wrong in like, in Peak, for example, that shit is so fucking funny. Like, oh my god. When I kept being like, Inky, watch out for that, and Inky would walk straight into it and blow up, and I'd be like, Inky, and then you just hear Inky screaming. Peak cinema. Absolutely. LMG actually blind. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that, but she kept hitting bombs and kept being like, I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. And me and Ellie were just fucking dead and just watching her run into everything. As blind as my cat? Yeah. No, actually, my cat is able to see. My cat's hitting my door. Oh, shit. My headphones. My cat's able to actually see more than Inky was able to that game. Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Eh, sitting down now. Ah. Somehow surprised that Peak doesn't make me that sick. Ooh. Yeah. See, Peak should be something that would make you motion sick, I feel like. It would be super interesting to see what differences are that make a game more or less motion sick inducing. I agree. I think that's something that hasn't been looked into enough. And I feel like part of it is because someone has to agree to suffering. Like, there would be ethical concerns about purposely getting somebody sick in order to make them not feel perpetually sick. I don't know if that makes sense. But I feel like it's something that should be done. That's why, like, V, I would definitely be up for, like, sitting there for, like, 4 hours going through settings to help you be able to play games. I really would. 4 whole hours. Ooh, I just popped my arm. That felt good though. But yeah, I agree. That'd be something that would be so interesting to just try out. I think for some games, it's just the field of vision that causes it. That is interesting because Minecraft does also have a field of vision. It has a field of vision effect as well as a what's it called? Head bobbing effect. So I'm like, man, what if we were to mess with those and see if that would work for you? Yeah, it would just be a lot of trial. But you're the one that would have to suffer through it, so you'd have to be the one that'd be okay with it. If you're ever up for troubleshooting, I'm always open though. Yeah, most people turn off head bobbing right away. Yeah. Ooh, Expedition 33. That's a game I'm really interested in playing. Ooh, what if there is like a anti-motion sickness mod for Minecraft? That'd be a really interesting thing to look up. It's good, but personally, understood. Would say that it's not the best thing ever. I am very curious to try it though. I've heard a lot of good things and I do like RPGs. Let me think. Actually, are there any games that you guys would be interested in watching me play? Or are y'all like, just yap and we're good? People did stop making fun of the French for the rest of the year. That is very true. I mean, for everyone to stop making fun of the French, that's a pretty big deal. You like my Elden Ring streams? Yeah, trust me, those are not going away until I beat the game. And we're maybe halfway through because we have to still beat the main game and the DLC, which we might actually only be a third of the way through. You're not a can of Expedition 33. Because I will say, I don't think I'm going to play the other Souls games on stream. At least, not for a while. Oh, sorry, Mima. Sorry. It's fun to play, but not good stream game. Oh, really? I will say some games that I'm interested in playing. I want to play the Persona games on stream. I don't know if that would be a good stream game or not, but I played Persona before, but my PlayStation 2 gave out before I could finish the game. And it was the OG Persona. So I've always been wanting to finish Persona 4. The story is so important to be there for. If someone comes in midway, it'd be awkward. That is true. I will say one thing in argument of that is that most of the time, I feel like people don't watch the story from the beginning with the streamer. They usually already know it and want to see how the streamer reacts to certain events in it. That's why, for example, there's this one game called There Is No Game. And I love watching people's reactions to that game. I don't know what it is about it, but just seeing the way they react to everything is just so entertaining to me. And it's not even the story. Like, the story doesn't interest me at all. It's just seeing the way the person reacts to it. And that's kind of what I like about it. Yeah, it oops. Nodding head wisely. Also, sorry I keep teasing you, Fee. Ooh, I just popped my neck again. Wait, did that get rid of the issue in my shoulder? It didn't, but it's a lot less. It's a lot less now. For Persona games, it definitely is something to be fun to see what you think and choose. Okay. Because yeah, the only thing I have any knowledge with is the 4th game. I haven't played any of the other games. And even the 4th game was just like, it was the original. Persona 4 Gold is my favorite. Isn't there a new one that came out? Like, I think they set up Persona in such a way that oh my god, what is it called? They released Persona 3, 4, and 5, like new versions of them for something. That as like introductions to the game. I think they did something like that, right? I don't know the details of it, but I did love 4 so much. There's a remake of 4 that's supposed to come out. Ooh. That is very exciting. P3 Reloaded is out. That's so interesting. I wonder... Okay. So Persona 3 Reloaded makes sense because it's a gun. Persona 4 Golden. Is it meant to imply like golden tarot cards? I find it really hard to focus on a story game like Persona or Expedition 33 when watching a stream. And then I get lost really easily, and it just generally isn't what I enjoy from a stream. So don't use me as a reference if you want to play them on stream. Understood. Yeah, because I do feel like when it comes to something like Persona 4, it was like story, and then a very long span of nothing, and then story, and then a very long span. Because a lot of it was doing all these like mini events that just add flavor to characters. as well as just fighting in dungeons. Like, it was just those two things combined until the next story beat actually happens. But I do understand what you mean. Because if you're playing something like Elden Ring, you don't need to know where you are in the story. You just need to know who you're about to kill. It's a lot of story than dungeon crawling. Yeah. Also time management. Yeah. I'm so bad at anything visual novel like. That's valid. I grew up with visual novels and RPG Maker games. Like, they fascinate me for some reason. Clanad was one of them. There's another one. Yume Miru Kusuri, a drug that makes you dream. That's one. That one's a NSFW one. What else was there? There's so many anime that originally started out as visual novels, and they're so interesting to me because of just how much you can learn from them. I think the one visual novel I would never play is Danganronpa unless someone like literally points a gun to my head. Muv-Luv. Ooh. I haven't heard of that one. I know some games I'd like to see streamers play, not common ones though. Hit me with them. I'm curious. I'm curious what games you're thinking of. Cause like Visions of Mana. Okay. I have heard of those games. I've known people that have played them before, so maybe I will check them out. I don't know. Let me see. Visions of Mana. Oh shit, it's by Square Enix? Let's see. Okay, so wait a second. The story follows young swordsman Val. Why is Val in this game? Huh? Since when was Val a swordsman? Yeah, it literally says it. The 5th main title in the Mana series, the story follows young swordsman Val. So my question is this like a, okay. So you know how the Final Fantasy games don't require that you play them in order. They're all their own stories in the game. Like they're all their own independent stories in the game. Is this an independent story or an overarching one? Independent. Okay. Okay, then that makes it a yes. I will definitely check it out then. Now, Muv-Luv. I'm so curious about Muv-Luv because... Huh? An adult game? Okay, Mia, when you said that it's a post-apocalyptic world where bugs invaded Earth and everyone fights in mechs, and then I click it and it's like, it's an adult game for Windows. The trilogy's story presents itself as a lighthearted romantic comedy, changes into an alternate timeline coming-of-age story, and evolves into an alien invasion war epic. This is so Mia-coded. I'm not even gonna... This is just Mia-coded. Like, what the fuck is going on? See, I thought you were about to, like, bring up some Earth Defense Force type of thing. Tales of Berseria. The Tales games? Let me see. The Tales of series. Oh my god, there's a lot of these. Wait, I don't see the one that you mentioned. Tales of Berseria? Or do you mean Vesperia? Oh no, there it is. Berseria, okay. Series currently spans 17 main titles and multiple spin-off games. They stand independent of each other. They are commonly linked by their gameplay. Okay. Muv-Luv has sex stuff at the end of the game, which is why it's an adult game. I will say, I think one of the only adult games I played was Drug That Makes You Dream. I don't usually purposely play adult games or romance games, but at the time I was a very traumatized person, and I was like, oh yeah, let me see more trauma. Why not? There are a few of the Tales games that are tied to each other, but it's very few. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I might need to talk with you about it whenever I do decide to play it. As of right now, things that I do want to stream, I want to stream I want to finish Core Keeper with friends. I want to do Abiotic Factor with friends and Baldur's Gate 3. Would y'all prefer I did Baldur's Gate solo or with people? Because I have talked with some people about it, and I'm like, maybe it would be fun to do together, but I don't know. Either way. Yeah, Baldur's Gate's one of those stories that it's like fun either way. I might do a solo run just to finish the game, because I've never finished it before. Like, it's one of those games where, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was romancing Karlach, and I had so many butterflies in my heart that I actually had to stop playing, because like I just started blushing thinking about it. And I have never felt that way about a fictional character before that was like in that type of I want to kiss you type of way. That was crazy. That was crazy for me. I was like, oh my god, I'm parasocial. I have to run away now. That was actually crazy to experience. But yeah, Karlach is amazing. And I think if I played that, I'd have to romance her. But I just have to beat the game. I really do just have to beat the game. Let's see. I have Danganronpa. I have it because someone gave it to me as a threat. Like, someone literally gifted it to me and said, this is a threat. And I was terrified by that. I do want to try Darkest Dungeon. I have that game too, Darkest Dungeon. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I've always been super curious about it too. Let's see. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon did have a sequel. Yeah. But I've never even played the first one, so I do want to try the first one. Also, Divinity. I'm not gonna lie, I played Divinity Original Sin 2. It's by the same developers as Baldur's Gate 3. I love Divinity, but I never finished it because I kept doing that thing where I kept creating a new character. It's so good though. Ooh. Yeah, if you didn't like Baldur's Gate 3, I'm not surprised that you don't like Divinity. It's so good though. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of these ones aren't really things that stick out to me a lot. I played Night in the Woods. I finished Night in the Woods. I've also played and beat Bastion on stream. I know I have some friends that are very interested in playing Raft. Oh, you could probably get into it with a group, but by yourself, definitely not. Yeah, the one thing I like about the Divinity games and Baldur's Gate 3 is that it is very similar to how Dungeons & Dragons is. The way that it works is it has a whole, even in D&D, you have a dungeon master that has a whole world built out for you. All that's changes is your own actions and stuff. Have I played Transistor? I have not played Transistor. Yeah, I've only played Bastion. Yeah, I beat that game. I think that was like one of the first games I streamed. I don't want to play the Portal games. I've played and beat them so many times before. I just don't think I would feel the need to. Let's see. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I have all of the Sonic games. I will not play the Sonic games unless it is something for charity or I'm threatened to do it. Because with the way I play Sonic games and the way they're built, so many bullshit things happen that I actually get so mad and crash out. It would not be a pleasant time for me. Everyone else would be having fun, but I would be screaming like a banshee. There's Starbound, which I want to play. I wanted to play and beat that game, but it straight up doesn't work for me anymore. Like, I tried playing it and it just crashes now. And I don't know why. The Brave Dungeon series games and the Meaning of Justice. Okay, let me see that. The Brave Dungeon. Oh, Brave Dungeon, The Meaning of Justice. Okay. Oh, that's a really cute art style. I like that. Part of the Dark Witch series. You can play 3 different stories with their own systems and protagonists. Okay. Hold on. Is it like, out of curiosity, would this be a game that I should play each story myself? Or, hypothetically, would it be a fun game if I played one story mode and had Ellie and Inky watch me, and then Ellie played a different story mode, and then Inky played a different story mode? Just out of curiosity. You have to play them all within one gameplay. Okay. Then it would just be me playing. Okay. It does look very interesting. I think it's really cute. One other game I've been wanting to play is, oh my god, why did it launch? Why did it launch? Sunhaven. Sunhaven's a game I wanted to play. But there's been so many issues with the developer that I'm just like, I'm a bit sad and I don't want to be dragged into any drama. So I'm like, maybe I'll play it again. The end of the game brings the 3 stories together. Gotcha. Okay. I tried playing the Thief games. That also made me crash out. Oh my god, did it make me crash out. I've played To the Moon. I have played Undertale. I've not played Deltarune. I'm thinking of playing Undertale just because I really do enjoy it. It's such a good story, and it got me out of like some really bad places. Ball X Pit is great, but no story whatsoever. Why Ball X Pit Evolutions? Huh? Fast pace. What? What is happening? Survival roguelite. Okay, have a good night, Fee. I appreciate you hanging out. But yeah, I also have the Witcher games and the Mass Effect games. Those are 2 other games that I was thinking about too. I don't know if I am going to play any, but it's something I've thought about. I've thought about it a lot, actually. Man, there's so many things that I want to play. And I'm just like, it's very interesting being a streamer, because it's just like, oh my god, I just want to play these games. I just want to play these games. There's so many that I just want to actually get through. Oh, the Wolfenstein games were so much fun. I don't want to talk much about them because that's its own huge problem. But I did love the Wolfenstein games. I'm just trying not to get canceled. Such a struggle to not be canceled these days. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You can see how squinty my eyes be. I usually try to over-exaggerate my face for the for VTubing. Oh, the Hyper Neptunia games! I'm not gonna lie, I won't. I've seen a lot of the Hyper Neptunia games, so much so that I don't think I could actually play it on stream. I think I would actually get very bored of it very fast. Yeah, like, you know when you've seen everybody play a certain game to a point that, like, if you play it yourself, you're going to be like, yeah, I already know everything. Well, it's exactly why I wouldn't ever be able to play There Is No Game, because I've literally seen everybody else play it. Ooh, Metal Gear Solid. I'm not gonna lie, I have not played the games. I've watched one playthrough each, and it was by Super Best Friends at the time. And that's it. So I would do it. I'd try it. It's just a lot to get into. I'm not gonna lie, I am getting hungry right now. I'm going to actually see if there's anybody I can raid, because I am hunger. Have I played Nier? I have not played Nier. I have seen all of the Nier series. One of the issues of going from viewer to streamer is that I loved watching people play Nier. Yeah, it's so good. It really is. Alright, let's see if anybody is streamadibing. Let's see. This person's playing Phasmophobia. I might as well yeet y'all into Phasmophobia. But yeah. I literally just thought of something to say and all in my mind is food. Yeah, there's a lot of old games that, like, got so many updates, and I haven't seen them in a while. Like, Lethal Company. There's probably more, but I'm blanking. Yeah, I just can't stop thinking about food. But I do hope that you guys have a good day. Like I said, I'm gonna be grabbing myself something to eat because I hunger. I hunger for sustenance. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out for my, what do you call this thing? Just chatting. My just chatting stream. Make sure to get some rest, drink some water, eat some food, get your stretchies in. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. Anyway, have a good day. Bye-bye.